Welcome to the number one friendship podcast in the country. I'm Aaron Karo.
I'm Matt Ritter.
Guys, make sure to go to audible.com/the buddy system to listen to our award-winning. Yeah, we won some awards.
I think so.
Best-selling Audible original, The Buddy System, and go to manoftheyearpodcast.com to grab our merch. And if you watch our episodes on YouTube, youtube.com/manoftheyearpodcast, you'll see that I'm wearing our merch right now, one of our hats. Recently, I asked Matt if he was going to wear his We Should Be Friends shirt, and he goes, no, it's destroyed. Or something like that.
It's just got vomit. Everything I wear has vomit on it.
Because you got a pretty fancy new car. Destroyed or no?
No. So we put towels around the seats under the car seats.
Oh, the towel around the car seat. That's foolproof.
Well, it is for a little baby. I mean, they don't only go, they get in there. There's only so much of like a spray range that they could do.
I mean, Brenner's, he's got range. The kid's got range.
Yeah. But Julian had raspberries are the killer.
Oh, those get stuck in the crevices.
No, I'm just talking about in terms of spreading like the ink stain.
Oh,
like we have a white bed sheet and he had a little on his face. We thought he wiped it off. He had it all over his little onesie and it just all over the bed.
Did I ever tell you that, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, I just got a new car and I was in San Diego with our great friend Christina and her husband Tony, and they're like, we're going to go to the beach. I'm like, oh, great. They're like, but our car, we're only here for the summer. We don't have our car, so you have to take us to the beach and our kids.
Oh, Karo doesn't want to use his car because there's sand. No way.
I'm like, this is a brand new Mercedes. You have 2 kids. I'm not going to the beach.
No.
Absolutely not.
Karo said hard no.
Hard no. And Tony, who admittedly he's got OCD. He's a Karo, not a Matt. He goes, trust me, I have something called no sand science because I don't want my kids to get sand in our car. So trust me, I do the crevices that all the things, and there will be no sand in your car. I'm like, I trust you. We go to the beach. Tony runs into the water to surf, rips his Achilles. We have to pull him out so he doesn't drown. No science sands.
No sands out.
Put him in the car in his wetsuit because he can't take it off. Sand everywhere.
Oh God! Did you just return the car? Should have just returned the car. Ruined.
No sand science it's honestly it's a pretty good segue to what we're going to talk about. It's hook'em.
Yeah, well, it's a nice sounding phrase.
Yes,
it sounded nice.
Yes. So speaking of what's the word when it's like the science is
not junk?
Yeah, pseudo? Junk science. Pseudoscience. Dr. Oz. Who is he? Is he the head of something? Health and Human Services?
No, that's RFK. He's what is he doing? He is doing something.
He's doing something. We're not going to get to politics, but he recently said, the U.S. government changed their alcohol guidelines. They actually have no more guidelines of how much you should or shouldn't drink.
Okay.
And they're not saying it's good for you, but they're saying, they got rid of the guidelines. And Dr. Oz says, listen, it's a social lubricant. And it gets people together. And obviously loneliness is something that you and I talk about.
Ooh, I like this.
You then told me about the Scott Galloway clip, which I had not seen.
Yeah.
Scott Galloway is also saying, listen, people should drink more. People need, he was saying it like people got to get together. You have to have a messy night. He's not saying like get behind your car or whatever. But I think both of them are just saying people are sitting at home by themselves on social media. Let's get out and have some fun. So I figured we should talk about booze in the context of friendship.
Yeah, look, I think people are weighing everything incorrectly. Like, there's not just one variable in life. When you say, oh, like this thing, if you do this, you're going to be X healthier by this percentage, but that doesn't factor in holistically every other aspect of your life. Like, hey, if you never leave the house, less likely to catch a cold.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're also less likely to have any friends, and you're probably more likely to go insane. So, the alcohol thing, it's like, does it help with socialization? Definitely. Right. I mean, is that like arguable?
Well, yes. Okay. Is that arguable? Well, I think one might, if you were taking the opposite position, that it's not the right kind of socialization, that it's a crutch, it's rife for abuse. Like someone in the Dr. R's article, some expert said, most of the harm that comes from alcohol, said one researcher, is due mostly or mainly to drinking with your buddies.
Okay. Okay. Fair. Agreed.
Well, I think we would say, I don't know, more than 50% of the time when the boys are together, we're drinking. Is that a problem?
I don't think so. Uh, I don't know. I'm thinking about this. Like, look, do you need alcohol to make friends? No, I don't think so. But like, is there anything wrong with the real question is like, is there anything wrong with alcohol being the center of your social life or being a big part of it? That's really what you want to talk about, right?
Yeah, because I think it's tough because our friend group, alcohol, I don't want to say is the center. That makes it sound so bad, but like, when you do stuff at night or on the weekend, you're usually having a drink. Uh and I think it's helpful. I think it's fun. I think, everything in moderation, but it's like if we went to the Super Bowl, when we famously went to the Super Bowl and we weren't drinking, I think it would be like 12% less fun.
Yeah, it would be a certain percentage less fun. I think. Are we pro alcohol?
Well, Dr.
The
Oz,
alcohol lobby is that were we hired by an unnamed, soon to be installed into the ad, dynamic ad insertion?
well, by the way, I bet you our ad insertion is going to be Athletic Greens, non-alcoholic or whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right. They don't know what we're talking about.
By the way, a lot of ads now, not on our pod, sometimes on our pod are in Spanish. Have you ever gotten that?
Yes.
I'm
I
just
guess we
like
have. I think it's, yeah, I guess
location
you're
based.
location based. Maybe I'm not sure what it is. Um, so yeah, look, first off, alcohol is part of socializing. Not always, but it's a part of it. It's not really like a big part of it when I go to kids' birthday parties at noon.
But don't you wish it was?
I'm not really a
Maybe not.
big day drinker.
Oh, day drink is my favorite activity.
I get so tired.
Oh, Matt, I saw this thing on TikTok you'd love. These kids, maybe they're fraternal twins.
Okay.
The parents threw them a frat themed first birthday.
That is hilarious.
So like their names are written in Greek letters. They had little mini red solo cups with ice cream in it or
That
whatever.
is amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Um,
A little keg.
yeah, a little keg. I just love a day drink. You get so tired, but is that different, Matt? You complain about getting tired at night.
This is true. I get
The
tired.
beauty is
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking now. Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, yes, I think adults, what percentage of adults you think? Well, you probably have the stat somewhere, but like, what percentage of adults drink 3 times a week or whatever? What's the,
let's ask. Mm, 30 to 35%.
yeah. So look,
50%.
most people, that's a part of their social life. Now, I don't know how many of them do it to moderation or to excess or whatever. I did this dad's meetup in the neighborhood that deals with a large amount, and we went to Tacos Tu Madre, but it was only like an hour and a half meetup. So, but
At
everybody
night
was
or
drinking at night at 8 o'clock,
yeah. What day of
like
the week?
on a Tuesday. And
Taco
like
Tuesday.
everybody was drinking.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
step back for sorry.
but I was thinking like we could definitely do, I was just thinking about it because like I don't want all these meetups that we're doing to involve alcohol.
Do you ever think just like we drink a liquid that like gives us euphoria? Like, is how weird it is that?
It's been since the beginning of time.
I know. And like
They've been
we go
rubbing bushes. They've been rubbing bushes together in the hopes of getting messed up. Burning berries over a hot fire in the hopes of that the juice of it will make you feel
yeah.
something.
eating those, what is it? Is it cacao leaves? What
Yeah,
is it?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
that chocolate?
Elderberry since the
um,
beginning of time, just
and then we
trying to get
go
high.
and then we go to a bar where the upsell, to get an ounce of liquor is, $12 or
Yeah,
50 more. All right, let's put aside the moderation for a minute because I have a listener question about it. Let's just say you're drinking it a normal amount, or you're not a problem drinker. I think that if people in your group drink, or you're looking to make new friends, like, it is a social lubricant. You and I always talk about, like, you try to go to an event or a party and then you don't want to talk to anybody because you don't know anybody and you're in the corner and whatever. And you and I both experience that, even as extroverts. You have a couple, they call it liquid courage for a reason. You're a little
yeah.
uninhibited, a little more friendly. It's not a
It does
bad
work.
thing.
It does
It,
work. That's the
it
thing.
does
It
work.
works. Like, there's a reason you're talking about for thousands of years. Like, it's effective. It's
Yeah.
always been effective. It's always been effective as a social lubricant. The best one that we've ever come up with. No,
I think so. I mean, I think because the trend is obviously the kids are drinking less,
and doing more
and
drugs
I
or
think
not,
they're I think they're just not doing anything. I think they're
but they're
just
also not
living life.
social.
Say that again.
They're not socializing as much.
Exactly. So do you think it's causation or correlation?
Well, I think you know you're saying, are they socializing less because they're not drinking as much? I think
Correct.
they're so no. I think they've been socializing less for like a million different reasons. But I think if they drank more, they would be socializing more. It's a
Right.
correlation.
It's a yeah. Because I mean, I guess we could also talk about, like, what do you do if you don't drink, or if it's not as important to
Well,
you?
that's the thing. Like, do you have to look? Do you have to drink to fit into social settings where everybody's drinking? I don't feel that way now as an adult, but I think I did when I was younger. Like now, I find it very easy to not drink if people are drinking.
Yeah. I'll
But
be
in my
honest.
20s, it was very hard.
I did have a zero the other day.
What was it?
I don't know. It was a Peroni zero. Oh,
Really?
let me ask you this. Appreciate this. I was with best friend Mike, and he's like, he's like, you want to get a quick drink? I'm like, okay, sure. He's like, but I'm not drinking. I'm like, you asked me to get a drink.
He's asked you to go out and socialize.
Yeah, exactly. So then we both had a Peroni zero, and we were sitting at Craig's, actually. So you're out and about, you're doing your thing. I don't know. You and I always say we'd rather just drink water. I don't know. I guess am I coming around to it?
Did you like it? I mean, it's huge. Okay? So are people drinking it because they like the taste, or they like the idea of like the act? Because it's hard to go to a bar and not do anything. Like, is that what's going on? Like, because they like going out to a social place and like holding a beer. Like, what exactly is going on there?
I'm not sure because my dad is drinking them at home.
Hmm. He's drinking Coke Zero, Peroni Zeros.
Guinness zeros. He's obsessed with them.
Wow. Well, Guinness has like a particular taste, so that's a little different.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
like that sludge. Do you like Guinness?
What'd you say?
Do you like Guinness?
It's like it's become very trendy. So, like, about splitting the G, right?
I taught you that.
No, you didn't teach me. TikTok taught me that.
Well, I did it like 6 months ago, and I was like, "Do you know about this?" And
Oh
well, I guess
yeah.
it wasn't to you, and you're like, "Yeah, it's a TikTok thing."
Did you get a video of it?
Yeah, I was nowhere near it.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. God, what kind of what a world, what a whirlwind. Did you get a video of you drinking the sip of beer in this dumb way?
I know, I know. By the way, it's a lot more. You have to drink a lot more than you think to split the G.
Okay, it's good to know because I've never tried it. But I think what you were about to say was that when you're drinking a zero, it's a pint. It's like you wouldn't get a pint of water. Actually, maybe you would. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
But what's right? So I just don't know what the appeal is. But you did it. You did it. You went out. You had it. But did it feel
Yeah.
like the same? Okay, but from a social aspect, did it feel the same?
I mean, it was weird because he also wasn't drinking. So it was just like I would feel weird if I was drinking.
Right, but did he have a Coke Zero, a Peroni Zero too?
Yes.
Right. I'm saying, did it feel like the same vibe?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, honestly, I would have had a. I mean, I guess we were sitting at the bar at Craig's. Weird to sit at a bar and just like have a water. We were eating.
That's what
We
I'm
ate.
saying. It's weird to have a water. So I think that's part of it. It's like, because it's just weird to sit at a bar and have a
Yeah.
water. So now they've created these non alcoholic cocktails where you can basically have the same experience. But the question is whether does the placebo effect in play? Can you make
Oh,
yourself believe that this is you're drinking like an alcoholic beverage? I don't know.
I bet. Let's do an experiment one day. I bet if we had a party and you put non-alcoholic beer out and people drank it, they would still get drunk.
That's what I'm asking. Like, I
Yeah.
think just it's the setting and the feeling of like sometimes just holding a beer for me makes me feel like I'm social.
Yeah. Yeah. You're literally the hold my beer meme.
Yeah, just hold my beer. Uh, so I guess I agree with Galloway that like people need to go out more because loneliness is worse than well, it's not worse than alcoholism, but it's worse than like moderate drinking for sure.
Should we loneliness? No, loneliness is not worse than
Loneliness is
alcohol.
not worse than liver failure,
Right. It
but it's
goes
it's worse than like an occasional liver flush.
right. It goes moderate drinking, then loneliness, then alcoholism.
Right.
Should we
Right.
take a listener question?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back with a listener question. Okay, guys, this is asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question or ethical dilemma, send it to us on Instagram at Man of the Year Podcast, and we will answer it on the show. All right, this is a real banger, Matthew. This is right up your alley. And he says as much. Hi, Matt and Karo. Love the pod. I have a question for asking for a friend. I
Ooh.
have a good group of couple friends. I know
Mm.
Matt will appreciate that, but Karo won't, which is like offensive. We also have a monthly ritual. Okay, that's good. It's called wine night.
Okay.
We gather at one of the couple's houses and you guessed it, drink a lot of wine. It's super fun. However, recently wine night has turned into at least a bottle of person and some messy
Ooh.
sharing. The next day, the group chat is full of damage control and half jokes about what we said. I really love these people, but I'm not sure I love who we are the morning after wine night. What do I do?
Just going a little over the edge, huh?
You ever do
Into
a
the
wine night
abyss.
with your swinging couple friends?
A man looks into the abyss. Oh my God. Look, I feel I've had a few of those, where it's like even in you're like, oh, we're just having wine at the house, and then you end up drinking more than you would have if you went out.
I have a question. You and Jess ever just kind of either on purpose or accidentally get drunk?
Have you ever seen Jess ever get drunk? Period.
No. Does she
Yeah,
drink?
in the most moderate ways.
Right. Yeah.
So
All right.
I've found that like wine you can get hammered quickly without realizing it.
Wine you could get hammered quickly without realizing it.
Yeah, because like it only takes like 2 glasses of it. You know what I mean? Whereas like beer, you'd have to drink like a certain number of them.
Yeah, but I would say that wine goes down a little less quickly than a beer.
No, I can't drink. It takes me 5 hours to drink one beer. Wine, 10 seconds.
Okay. All right. So
But
yeah.
yeah, so look, I feel like I definitely relate to this. Like wine night is it's dangerous. Like, oh, we're
Yeah.
just gonna split a bottle of wine. That's a lot of wine.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
and then you do it and you're like, oh, let's open another bottle. No, don't open that other bottle. Do not open that other bottle. That's your answer. End of pod. We're done. That's your answer. Hey, should we open another bottle? Let's open it. No, nobody really does. Actually,
Sounds like these guys do.
everybody would wake up the next day much happier if you didn't open that next bottle.
Matt, do you guys have a what's the word when you let the wine breathe?
Decanter.
Decant. Do you have that?
So we have one, but we had this thing where like we would always end up getting mold at the bottom because you can't like get in there to clean it properly.
Oh, interesting. I mean,
I want to
okay.
know, do any listeners have this decanter mold problem and how do you deal with it?
Wow, we haven't had Mr. Relatable on for a while.
Is that? I mean, it doesn't have to be an expensive bottle of wine. I mean, it kind of does to decant, but
Yeah, I don't think you put $2 Chuck in a
no,
decanter.
you don't. But I find also with wine, like I've noticed a lot of people are having acid, like I have acid reflux now a lot from wines. Like talk to a lot of people, they're dealing with that. People are taking it easy on the wine.
Is acid reflux the same thing as like heartburn? Or it's different.
I think it's the same thing.
You feel it in your chest.
Yeah, it's just your esophagus. It's coming up.
Yeah. Oh God, what do we do? Why do we do this to ourselves?
Right, exactly. So, well, when we went to Los Olivos, Jesse and I, they told us they're struggling because the younger kids aren't drinking, which we talked about. But the other thing is older people, he didn't say what age, are struggling with health and they're not getting, they realize now there's no benefits to wine drinking. And, but they also have like a inventory. He was like, they also have an inventory of wines that they've built up, people who are like actual winos. And they're just like, we don't need any more new ones.
So the guy, the proprietor of the winery, was like, these are kind of tough times because the younger generation less drinking, the old generation is like also less drinking.
Yeah.
So it's the middle. Basically, you and Jess are the sweet spot for that.
We're the only people still going at it.
Yeah, yeah.
But again,
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm aging out of it. I'm already like feeling it when I do this wine night that he's talking about. When I do that, I feel terrible.
right. Well, do you ever? I mean, if you have a dinner party, and you and Jess love to do dinner parties, do you always drink wine? You have a cocktail, a bourbon?
I will sometimes make a cocktail for everybody before, like when they get there,
Yeah,
and then usually it's wine with dinner.
got it.
I think
What
that's the
about?
standard, right? One cocktail, wine.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So what advice do we have this guy? So this wine night's getting out of fucking control. They're about to have a orgy.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, we always say more communication, right? So throw it out to the group of like, hey, let's not open that second bottle. It's too much. Anybody else feeling wrecked afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Or again, you know, you could propose the, you could propose the switch out,
Meaning,
like, hey, you guys want to try something different instead of like 3 bottles of wine? You want to just like do a signature cocktail, see if that like slows down the pace of it. It sounds like he's just worried about the amount. Every time they do the wine, they get wrecked, which I think is a real common problem. I'm telling you, wine, just you open 2 bottles and you're just massively wrecked.
but you also keep saying 2 bottles. I mean, this is multiple couples. I mean, you're saying 2 bottles a person, 2 bottles a.
Well, I'm saying if there's 4 of you and you open one
Yeah,
bottle, it's a fair
I think
amount.
there's, I think there's several couples here.
Yeah.
Number one, you could also do something that's not. You could go to another location. Like we're gonna do bowling. I mean, you can still get drunk there, but like we're all gonna, do something else that's not sitting around drinking.
I'll be honest. If you go there and not drink, you're not going to have fun.
No, but I mean a different activity.
Yeah. No, I
I mean,
agree. You want to propose a different night. You want to propose a bowling night.
yeah. I mean, it sounds so boring. I mean, it sounds so boring, but like, okay, how about this? Is there anything, Matt, at the event, at wine night, that could slow you down? Like if you're like, we're gonna play Trivial Pursuit, or that just makes it even
Yes.
worse?
Well, I think that's true too, right? I think if you want to slow down the pace of the drinking,
Yeah.
I think you're right. Having an activity could slow down the pace of the drinking.
I don't know. Or it could make it worse, like when you're just doing something else.
Right. Sounds like here's what's going on. Sounds like he's with heavy drinkers. And like, you know, look, there's two things, right? It's like one, you could figure out ways to like just go, look, I'm first of all, you could just stop drinking, like
I was
let's
just gonna say that. Him and his wife could just be like, we're gonna secretly drink half.
yeah, right. You could just secretly drink half or openly drink half. But again, like I think it's easy to do it openly. Just be like, yeah, I think we're good with it. I don't think it's that hard to tell another couple or another group of couples, like, yeah, we're slowing it down. We had an early morning. We're having a fitness month. Like I see this all the time, people now, like not just, sober January or I'm sober now. Like I don't think it's that hard anymore. I think it used to be harder to just be like, yeah, I'm not drinking heavy today.
Did I ever tell you the story of when I went with my family to an all-inclusive resort? this is, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, the K-Rose we went, I think it was Cancun or something, it was all inclusive. And, what does one do if you're a mid-30s single guy, you're in an all-inclusive resort? I'm cracking beers at
You're
11
getting
a.m.
blacked out. You're getting blacked out.
I'm getting blacked out.
Old Karo reappears.
But not just like, you're and also like you and well, I don't really know what your general tolerance is, but like I could throw back a decent amount. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm a
sitting in
lightweight.
the hammock. Who's lightweight?
I am.
So I'm sitting in the hammock. I got a beer just on my gut, as one does. It's 11:30. My mom comes over. She goes, "I'm worried about you."
Uh,
And I make a very egregious strategic mistake. And I'm just like, "What are you talking about, Mom? This is normal." And she's like, "This is normal. This is how
normal.
you
Oh
drink.
boy.
When I'm not here, you have a problem. We're cutting you off. Give me the key because the key,
Oh my god.
And like since then, it's literally been like 12 years. Like I can't drink a beer before noon in front of her, or else she's like gonna
Oh
call.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You tainted the well.
Yeah, yeah. And I just meant it's normal to like relax and have a good time, Mom. But she was just like, "How dare you?"
Oof. The judgment has been, the die has been cast.
The guy has been cast. I think ultimately, Matt, your solution is the right solution, which is I don't even think you have to say anything. No one's gonna notice that you're having half a glass when
Right. But that's not may not be the real right. Is the issue that you just don't want to drink as much, or is the issue you're just not having fun in this setting?
it seems like it's kind of like spiraling into everyone's like getting a little too messy.
Right. And maybe you're realizing like this isn't, I've outgrown this. I'm not into it.
Right.
Listen, a lot of
Yeah.
people are sober now and they don't need, they don't need it. They don't want it in their lives. And like maybe that's what you're going through. And that's
Yeah.
totally fine. And again, like as an adult, you're supposed to be able to socialize without alcohol. You are supposed to be able to do other activities. I'm not, again, we started this episode by saying, yes, alcohol works, obviously.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean other things don't work.
Yeah. I think that's also good advice. You could just say, listen, hey, me and the missus were doing dry January and you guys
Right.
want to do it? And if they make fun of you, say, fuck you.
Right.
Uh,
And then you go, and then I think you do it with drinking less or drinking not at all and see how you enjoy it.
yeah. You could also, I was thinking, Matt, what do you think about this? Cut the group down a little bit. You don't have to do the 8-person group.
Yeah.
Just one other couple. Hey, let's go to a museum. I don't know, making it up. Just test it out a little bit.
I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to do other activities that aren't centered around alcohol and see how you enjoy that. I don't think you're going to have a good time if you go sober and and 3 other couples are getting blitzkrieged.
Yeah. I mean, I think the keys are about to go in a fishbowl.
Yeah. Right. And maybe that's what he's fearing, the inevitable.
Yeah, the inevitable. This orgy is inevitable.
The inevitable keys getting popped into that fishbowl.
All right, guys, this was asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question, send it to us on Instagram and we'll answer it on the show. All right, Matt, as we wrap up, any final thoughts on wine night or booze in general?
Yeah, look, I think, as I said, I think it's obviously a useful tool in the tool belt for getting out there and being social. It can be a crutch for some people. It can be dangerous if you can't handle your stuff. But I think as a grown up, you should be able to tell your friends openly and honestly, like, I'm not into the drinking right now, or I'm done drinking, or like I'm not going to open that second bottle. I think you should have enough communication with your friends that there's no peer pressure at this age, or there shouldn't be, to not be healthy in the way that serves you.
And I would also say if you're looking to make friends and you're not a big drinker, but obviously a lot of things are based around drinking, there is nothing wrong with going to an event or a party and nursing one drink for 5 hours, having it in your
Right.
hand, if they don't have non-alcoholic or you don't want to drink it out and just
Right.
like not, we do it all the time. We have to drive somewhere. You can nurse one beer and literally no one even knows.
What do you think about lollipops?
What the Don't drop this question on me with 1 minute left in the pod. What the fuck does that mean?
Like people use lollipops. It seems like people are quitting smoking. They use lollipops.
I know I've never heard of this. A nicotine lollipop?
No, I don't know. I just see people using lollipops. I'm like, oh, you must be trying to quit smoking or something. When I see a grown up with a lollipop, I assume they're trying to quit smoking. No,
When have you seen a grown up with a lollipop?
I don't know. I see them sometimes. I don't know.
I don't. can't. I can't. It's too late.
You never see people with lollipops as grown-ups, and you're like, oh, you must be quitting smoking.
No, not since like a rave when I was like 23.
No, I think you see it every now and then.
Well, next time you see someone grown up with a lollipop, please stop and talk to them. Insane. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Send us your thoughts on booze. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends. Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.